10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hello. I'm Terry. Welcome to this live stream. I'm trying something new today. It's a landscape mode, and I will test out. I don't know if anyone will do it, but I will test out bringing on guests. So I love your comments in the chat. Even better if we can see you and hear you. If you don't want to show your face, that's totally fine. Just don't switch on the camera, and we can use only the audio. So there's a link in the chat, and there's also a link in the description for how you can join us live on screen. So I'm using a brand new thing today. I'm a little excited about that. Please let me know if you can hear and see me, because otherwise I'll just use my phone if this doesn't work. Seems to be nothing yet. Let me just, oh, we have viewers, so no, it looks okay. So yeah. Today, I have planned some content in addition to if you want to join me on screen or not. I have like a topic question for the evening, and that is, what was your first spiritual experience? What was your wake-up call or aha moment, if you will? That would be cool if you could share that in the chat, or if you would join me on screen to share that. I will give you an update on my travels, and of course I will do the healing bit in the end of the live stream, and I will also share with you a post from Sanaya and Suzanne Gisman, which I find so valuable. It really lifts my day to read those emails from them. So this really looks like it's working. Hannah, hi, see you. That's good. Anya PJ, hello, good evening, Terry. And Evan also wrote before the show started, hello back to you, Evan. So if you want to join me, you can do it whenever you want to. And it is just like joining, a Zoom meeting or something. You click on the link and you get asked to maybe type your name and to open up your camera and your microphone, right? So if you want to, you don't have to open up the camera, just the microphone if you don't want to show your face. It's totally up to you. So what was your first spiritual experience? That would be cool to share and have more, participants from you guys and not just me doing the whole show and not having focus on me, but a little focus on you would be really nice. Diana writes, hello. Yeah, so that's the question. If you want to answer it in the chat or click on the link is in the chat, and also the top link in the description. You can check out the link to join us. So what was your first spiritual experience or awakening moment? And of course, you can share whatever you want to share and ask me whatever you want to ask me. It doesn't have to be what I said now. Any question is fine. Yeah, that's the plan for the evening, and let's see where this goes. I'll share with you first something that happened just an hour ago. I was sitting in this bed in this hotel room watching that television. Well, I connected my phone anyway, and I was watching something, and I was quite fascinated by it. So I was totally in the entertainment. And suddenly I started to think of Katja, a friend from Spain. And an email because I wrote her an email and told her I'll be in Spain for the whole winter, so I would like to catch up if she wanted to have coffee or something. And suddenly I started to think about Katja and that email, and I haven't gotten a response to that email. And I replied, I'm on her email list, right? So when I wrote this email, I'll just open one of her emails that she sends to a lot of people, and because she uses the same email address, and I sent it through there. And somehow I knew that she had replied to me, and I thought it was just an email she sent to the list, but it was a reply to me. That came to me while watching this TV show. And I went on my email and checked it. Yes, it says re before the title, right? She answered it because I didn't change it. So you don't have to understand every small detail of this. The point is, what do you think? I think that spirit, because I'm not thinking of Katja. I'm not thinking of anything other than watching this Australian TV show, and suddenly, oh, there is an answer there. But I thought it was just an email to her whole list and not a reply to me. I gathered all that before I checked it. Some people would argue, no, that's the subconscious mind, man. That's the subconscious working 24/7. Yes, but what is that? I haven't gotten an answer I'm satisfied with in a scientific perspective of what the subconscious mind really is. We don't. I might be wrong, and I've said this before, but I've looked into it, and it doesn't seem like we really understand what the subconscious mind is. If you ask me, might be connected to spirit, and I find it so fascinating. I don't know what happened there, but I think it was spirit, because I wasn't tuned into emails or Katja at all. Yeah, just wanted to share that. Brittany writes spirit. It's spirit, yeah. Brittany, definitely spirit. Chrissy writes, good morning all. Brittany Dalton, hello. Love the content, by the way. Sending love and light from southern West Virginia, Appalachian Mountains, USA. Wow. Internet is fantastic, isn't it? We can sit here and communicate. Yeah. Hannah writes, a good friend died. Half a year later, I heard a voice in my head. Turn on the radio, dumbass. He always called me something like that. I turned on the radio and they played a song that he had loved. Oh my God. Oh, that's powerful, Hannah. Thank you. Thank you so much. My point is that these things I just read would be so much better if you were on screen or on audio telling that story, right? That's my whole point of inviting you to join. It would be cool if someone did. I think I understand the system, so I can notice if people join or not. See, there's more comments here. Oh, and the song was Josephine, I Send You All My Love. Yeah, Josephine. Chris Ria, is it? No, it's not Chris Ria. Yeah. Martin and Will, I saw a multicolored triangle suspended about 20 foot in the air. It was in the middle of the night. I watched it for about 10 minutes out of my bedroom window. I was about 10 hours old. Maybe you mean years? I hope so. Don't want to be on screen. No, you don't have to be on screen. I just, yeah. Ooh, I'm looking at a massive full moon. Beautiful. Hello. No, yeah, it's Chris Ria, exactly. Beautiful song. I'll share with you the post from Sanaya now. So I'm going to read it, right? So it's not very long, but I thought of editing it, but I can't. So I'll just go with it. How often do you give away your power to things and to others? So let me just explain if you're new. This is a channeled message from Spirit Sanaya, Spirit Guides through Suzanne Gisman, which is the medium. How often do you give away your power to things and to others? Do you think you cannot tune into spirit without a specific tool? You can. Do you think you cannot sense those in spirit clearly yourself? You can. It begins with belief and the awareness that you are inseparable from the life force that breathes you. That breathes you or us, yeah? Yes, use tools. Lean on others, but at the same time, reinforce your awareness of the higher self within and work with it moment by moment. I really like this one. So, yes, use maybe a pendulum or ask a medium or cards or whatever, but don't get addicted to it and don't give your power away. Use it. Maybe it has been actually said from Sonaya that a pendulum is yes, but it is a crutch that you have. The goal is to people talk about they can do this with their bodies. That's the goal, right? So fine with tools, but don't trust or stay there. This force is your very nature. Learn to trust it more than anything outside of yourself. Yeah. Reinforce your awareness of the higher self within and work with it moment by moment. So if it's higher self or spirit guides, I really don't know, but I know there's something there. And I just call it the guide inside, right? Because I really don't know in my human head what it is, what kind of label I can put on it. And maybe that doesn't matter at all. Maybe that's all good, whatever we call it. Angels and there might be angels and spirit guides and higher self. I don't know. But I don't think we need to crack that code and that hierarchy, or it probably isn't because we're all one. So now I'm rambling on here, but okay, enough of that. Let me check the comments again. I think we have a guest. Pablo. I'm now adding Pablo to the screen. I think I can hear something. Pablo, are you there?
I am, Terry. How are you?
Oh, how nice. Thank you so much for being courageous and brave to do this. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So what would you like to share or ask, Pablo?
Well, I'd like to ask some things about Jay, but I think that isn't the purpose of your live stream right now. It was about
No,
sharing
no.
our.
Ask me, that's the part of it. Ask anything. Ask anything. Yeah.
Well, let's go with the first thing. It was like the question was like, what was your first spiritual experience? Um, and I've had several. Some I think are more relevant than the other, but I'd like to share a couple.
Yeah.
Both are from an area in Mexico called Teotihuacan. That's um, they call it a complex. It's like a complex of pyramids, and it's based on some avatar called Quetzalcoatl. That is basically like a feather snake, and because it's a snake, it drags its body on the ground, and because it's feathered, it also has a connection with the sky, with the heavens. So the idea is like it's bringing heaven to earth. And I was in a retreat with a teacher, Lee. He passed away October last year, I believe. And we were sitting in front of, there's like a big area in front of the temple of Quetzalcoatl, like where the first head is. And he
Yeah.
just started saying, like, breathe in the light, like, breathe in the light, breathe in the light. And all of the sudden, like there's all these people and all these stone structures and all of this, and it felt like everything was in me. It wasn't like it wasn't like my usual perception, like things are out there. It was like everything was in me and everything was happening in me.
Mm.
Um, we can interpret what that is like, and like I've been trying to learn more and understand more, and I have some understanding of perception is within you. Like everything you perceive is you're connected with. It's not something that is separate from you. So that's my understanding of that first experience.
Wonderful.
Then,
So I will ask you to if you have another experience and a question for Jay. I would encourage you to be a little, because the things I'm going to go through today. So if you can be a little quicker, is that okay to ask you that, Pablo?
I'm sorry, you're a little bit choppy. Could you repeat that?
Yeah. So I'm asking you to be a little quicker. If you have one question and one more story, please speed it up a little bit because I have a lot of things to go through before 11 o'clock. Okay? Can you hear me, Pablo? No. Sorry. Yeah. So let's go to, thank you so much. That was, see how easy that was? Yeah. Let's look at some more comments. Anya writes, 10 years ago, one night I fell asleep on the couch and suddenly I woke up and saw a person in white light. It was there for 5 seconds or so. A month later, it came back again. Wow. Brittany says she might join, but need a few minutes to find a quiet place. That's good. Pablo is back, maybe. Are you back, Pablo?
Yes, Terry.
Yeah, great. So I was just saying, I would love your question about Jay and your other experience. So, but I'm going to be done at 11, so we need to speed it up a little. So please
Okay.
continue.
Okay. So there's a place, there's a temple in the same area that they call it the Place of the Eagles, but other people call it the House of the Masters. And so they brought us to this room. There's a hole in the middle. And I don't know, the teachers do whatever they do to put you into like a special, I don't know if I would call it a trance or what. Um, so I went into some kind of a dream, and there was a drum in the middle. and it was like light coming on and off. So when the light came on, I was looking at myself, and when the light came off, there was nothing. It was dark. And then light came back on, and I was in a different place. I was dancing around the drum, and every time in a different place and in a different position.
Wow.
And then again, the same teacher Lee, I heard his voice, and he said, "Pablo, it's time to go." And when he said that, I felt my body kind of like three parts integrating, like the lower, like there was a part at the very bottom that integrated with the second part, and then the parts integrated with my body, and then I woke up.
Wow.
Um, Again, it's like, what does that mean, or how long is it going to this, or whatever? But there were things like, I went there with no face, no expectations, no preconceived outcomes. It was just like they invited me, so I came. So that was it.
Hmm. Was it
So
the drugs involved?
you're a little bit choppy.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Now, do you have a question about Jay? Do you want to go there? Oh, he's gone again. Yeah. Okay. Diana writes, I've been using cat, my arm, and the last few days the throne method. It's been very interesting. Great, great. Pablo is back. You are back on, Pablo, now with the camera. So just so you know. Tia writes, I saw a video where you said that you are less happy now than before your awakening. Is this true? Yes, it is true. I am much happier now than I was a couple of, a few months ago and a few years back. But in general, I was a much happier person before I was into the spiritual things at all, when I had no relationship to it. It was just, oh, okay, some alternative people. I had there's no link at all. I was a much happier person then, but I have been corrected, because I said if you count the amount of smiles, yes, I was a happier person back then. Do I feel more fulfilled now? Yes. Do I feel less scared of death? Do I feel more that my life has meaning? Yes, yes, yes to all of those things. But the amount of smiles are lower now than before. So the word happier, what does it really mean? Content, fulfilled, happy. I maybe hope that answers your question. But I would never go back. Although I don't drink anymore, right? But I have been thinking about it. Maybe I should, go to a party and have a few beers and a few laughs, But it messes up my whole system, and I really don't like the feeling of getting drunk anymore. But thinking of, I was much happier when I did that than I am now that I don't. Some people were going. I was on a trip somewhere, and some people were going out to have a beer and get have a little party. You know what I did? I went to look at some flowers. What happened to my life? Yeah. Okay, Pablo, you are back on,
Yeah.
my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to what you were saying, and I think there's a difference. Um, Maybe I'm butting in a little bit more than I should. But I think there's a
the
difference
only thing,
between.
Pablo, the only thing I need you to, because I have a lot of things to go through. So if I can ask you to be a little short in your answers.
Yeah. I'll just say, I think there's a difference between having moments of joy and being happy. Like, I think moments of joy is like when you're doing things with friends or having a drink or whatever, but being happy is more like a stable baseline. And I think that that's the difference, basically. Like maybe less dopamine. The question I had for Jay.
What's your question about Jay?
Yeah. What I've seen on your videos makes a lot of sense to me. But it's still like difficult to not want an outcome and allow, because like I have wants, I have needs, I have limitations, I have scarcity of different things, health, money, whatever. But then there's this part where instead of asking, listen, and that makes total sense to me. Like it's what is for you will come. But then there's this thing where I have, so me having wants kind of doesn't make sense.
You're breaking up, and you're breaking up here, and I'm going to stop there. I hope we can you say it in one sentence what your question for Jay is?
Yeah. While what Jay makes total sense, instead of asking, listen and then decide if that's what you want or if it's not what you want or if it's something you want later, I still have wants that probably have to do with my conditioning. And I can't reconcile letting go of my wants, even though what Jay says makes total sense. So that's my question for Jay. How can I work through that? Because what Jay says makes more sense than me chasing after my wants. But if I don't chase after my wants, I feel dispossessed, like what's going to happen to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If she heard it, and if she replies, she will. I cannot guarantee anything. So thank you, Pablo, so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Terry.
Bye-bye. Does Jay have her own platform? No. You can join her email list. I can, and you will get all the Jay content. Let me just, I'll write Jay's, how you can access Jay's email list. List of Jay. So there's the link there. That's Helena asking about if she has her own platform. Diana, my dopamine hit used to be a good party. Now it's spicy food. Yeah. Being satisfied has more longevity and depth. Yes. Yes. Diana, throw method. I recommend looking that up. Terry has done a meditation and guide through it. Yeah. You will. It's on the playlist of Jay if you look on the front page. I only read comments I understand, right? So Brittany writes, what's the cat and other methods you refer to? Well, cat was the first method I learned or discovered, and the speak up method I talk about now is a longer, more, I don't know what I say, advanced, but yeah, it has more elements to it. So I can leave the link for that too. Speak up method. Brittany, where are you from, Terry? I'm from Norway. It's 10:30. I'm in Sweden. I think that covered all the comments and questions. So let me update you on, I don't know if you've been following, but I've been doing a test run on the Trust trip. The Trust trip goes through Lucca to Rome in May next year. And you are welcome to join. It's an experiment to walk without plans and to walk in dialogue with your guide inside and see what that feels like. Of course, you're not going to sleep outside if you don't want to, and you should eat your healthy meals, and you shouldn't take any chances. But it's letting things go. So you don't have to walk the whole stretch. That's quite far. I think it's 400 kilometers or something. You can walk. You can do it, tomorrow in your hometown. But it's just walking with no goal or plans. You can have an intention for the day, that something you want to experience or something, but the whole idea is to dedicate this trust trip to a conversation with your guide inside. So I've been testing this in Sweden now, and I have been doing an intention every morning, and it seems to be working. Not today. My intention this morning was that I was going to feel deeply supported and safe today. Didn't feel anything different, really. Well, I did. I don't know how these things work, so because I did the intention, and when I was leaving the last place in Sweden, going here, it was early in the morning. I was looking up, not doing the speak up method, but I was looking at birds, and there were geese or something. Not geese, no, maybe not geese. I don't know, but they were flying in formation, like a V, like like flying like this. Quite a bit of quite a few of them. And that the thought did occur to me that we're not alone in this trip. We are on this planet, and we are supported, and we are safe, and we are together. So that made me think of that. But is that a sign? I don't know. I could easily have thought of that any other day. So today, and sometimes I think because I still have doubt, right, about this whole thing. It's like maybe it's like 92% sure that there is a spirit world, and we are talking about things that are real. And there's like a 8-10% chance that it's not. When you die, you die. It's gonna be black and over, right? So I still have the doubt, and sometimes I feel like I expect a too large of a sign to blow me away, and maybe that's not how things work. So maybe those birds were a sign. I'm confused, and I don't know. Okay. Diana, but you were supported and safe. We here, and you got here safely. Yes, absolutely. Pablo writes, Bashar calls them permission slips to access your own power. Helene writes, I love the speak up method. I find the throne method so very relaxing. Blessings always and all here too. Yes. Diana writes, when I was 4, I used to talk with a man that visited me after many times and describing him to my grandma. She showed me a picture of my great-grandfather. Oh, and it was him, I suspect. Yeah, wow. Cool. Simone writes, big moon tonight. Yes, it absolutely is. See behind some clouds now, but I did see it. Begum, I did write Jay's list. It's a little, it says a list of Jay, the comment. It's a little further up. Yeah. Okay. I think if nobody else wants to join me on screen, don't have to use the camera if you don't want to. Otherwise, I'll just transition into the healing segment. And you can join me if you want to open up for the healing energy, or you can receive it if you want to. It's totally up to you. If you want to receive it, just, well, you just receive it, because that's giving the green light and the thumbs up. If you want to open up for it, just say that. I'm now opening up for the healing energy to go through me. So I don't know what it does when we do this, but it's, well, this whole live stream is an experiment, isn't it? So trying to figure these things out. Yeah. Diana writes, the great-grandfather died when my father was 15, so that shocked the pants off of her. Yeah, I can imagine. We have Mary Penny. Hello, Mary. I'm now adding you. I see you haven't unmuted yourself. Maybe you could do that, Mary Penny.
There we go.
Yeah, great. So, hi. What do you want to say?
I don't know what's going on. I just saw I could log on, so I've logged on. What's the question?
No, it's your first spiritual experience, or if you have a comment or something you want to share, just speak from your heart, and we'll take it from there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's all relatively new to me, especially like on these platforms. So I've been following you for a little bit now, and leaning into the manifestation and the speak up method. I feel like I'm learning a lot of the same things from different spaces, and it kind of fits with that idea of the super consciousness, or what that is that we're tapping into. But it kind of makes sense. If there is that, then that we're all coming at it from different angles. So it's been my experience, and I find it's exhausting. I find I gotta really always refocus my mind and just stay, and then it's easy, but I have to keep remembering to do it. And in a big life transition, and working hard at staying afloat. So yeah, a lot of gratitude to you and all the people who are sharing on these platforms so openly. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. I'll just mute you just for a sec, because I'd want to. I think you said something really great there, Mary Penny. Most of the people are saying the same thing. Yes, that's totally true. And I think I think it's a big mistake to make this too complicated. You were talking about the superconscious. Is that a great name for whatever this is, right? So it is about connecting to the super consciousness, that period. Right? So thank you for pointing that out, to making this so easy and so clear. Just want to, now I'll unmuted you because there's some noise in the background there, but thank you for that. That was I don't think it's supposed to be difficult, you know. What do you think about that?
That's again, it seems to, it's also the idea of the echo chamber, we hear what we put out to a degree, but that's the message I keep on returning to and finding, I guess, both things. And again, it always seems to come back to the same. So that's what appeals to me, the idea that it's simple, and I hear that from you a lot, that it doesn't have to be complicated, and I like that idea. And at a young age, I guess I came to this idea of everything and its opposite is true. I don't know if that's like a commonly said thing or if that's just my own way of wording it. But this here seems to me that like it's got to be simple. But again, don't make the mistake that it's so simple. It takes work and it takes dedication, it takes discipline. It's the work of breaking free, I guess, from the like a lifetime's worth of patterns is what I'm finding. Yeah. And then also, I mean, I had a big life transition. I'm really aware of people earlier in my life. It's easy to fall back into old patterns, and I got to work hard and be very, very mindful of who I spend time with and when I spend time with people, and how easily I can just pop back into old patterns. And so I'm really, I guess, grateful like for things I could be upset about and be lonely and be sad. I've lost people. I've lost a lot of things in my life. And also I can convert that and turn it into this beautiful blank slate, which is probably not going to last long. And it's an opportunity to like really do this rebuild from scratch. And I guess what I'm finding too is instead of like looking to others and feeling envious or wishing for something that I wasn't, just that idea I hear people say, and I think probably you've said things like this, manifestation. The other day there's feeling. Does the feeling come first? And I think, and I find it myself and with Lionsgate and the full moon just passing and leaning really into these ideas, waking up this morning and am I different? Is my world different? And it is, and what it is my feeling is different. And like I said, I'm not careful, I lean back into the original old patterns of thought, and it's kind of scary for a minute or sad or overwhelming. And I mean, feelings are important to feel, and I let that happen too. But also, I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing changing is the feeling. And if the feeling comes, then everything else falls into place.
Mm-hmm. Seems like you know a lot about these things, and it sounds to me like you are so on the right track, Mary Penny. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm very shy about doing things like this. I just saw you mentioned, and I logged on a bit late. I hadn't actually heard what this was about, but like, all right, I'll log in. I guess I've got something to say. Why not?
Absolutely. So totally made an impact on people, on me, for sure. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I tend to have my computer down here, right? So I tend to, when I look at Mary Penny, I need to see her, I need to look down there. But then it looks like I'm not looking at her because I'm not looking in the camera. So yeah, you get it. So I was actually looking at her when I was looking down there. Anyway. Yeah, let's do the healing part. I want to be done by 11. Yeah. So I will sit here. I will do the throne exercise. If you're curious, that's J, and you can find it on the main page under J, the teaching of J teachings. But it's basically focusing your breath on an imagined point just 2 fingers below your belly button or navel, and having maybe I am a little totally dropped out of it. So, but you can listen to that guided meditation if you want to. But I'm going to do that, and I thank you so much for participating in this live stream. Thank you for sending in and talking, and I really appreciate it. And I'm going to say goodbye now because I'm not going to talk after the healing. Then I'm just going to end the stream, right? So if you want to just sit in that energy and not me ruining it by talking. So I now invite you to open up for healing, or open up for the healing energy to go through you. And I now allow the healing energy to go through me. And thank you.